instead of taking lessons and lectures. Helen Hoddinott is reporting live for us at Queen Mary University. Helen?
Martin, it is the first day of term here. Freshers' Week was last week, but actual lectures are getting underway this morning. So there's a real buzz in the air, and campus is full of students finding their way to their various departments. But here, outside the university gates, a picket line is in full swing. It's the latest action in a long-running dispute between universities and staff over conditions and pay. Some staff here at Queen Mary took part in a marking boycott over the summer, and the university responded by docking their pay. I'm here with Jaswinder Blackwell-Pal, a drama lecturer who was on strike all last week and is striking for another 5 days this week as well. So what is this strike calling for?
So this particular local action, we are asking management to revisit and reverse their policy of docking 100% of staff pay for our marking boycott, which is completely legitimate, legal, industrial action, which we had a mandate for. It means that, for instance, if somebody had 2 essays to mark this summer, they could be losing their pay for a third of the year, effectively, losing up to like £18,000 of their salary for participating in that marking boycott. Obviously, during a time when there's a cost of living crisis, when we're suffering financially, for our management to effectively be stealing our pay for over 113 days is disgraceful. And so we're telling management they need to back down on that threat, they need to pay their staff properly, and they need to reverse those deductions that they've been making.
So from the university's point of view, they say that if staff do not deliver their educational activities, that they consider this to be a partial performance and will deduct 100% of pay. And they say that's in line with the Universities and Colleges Employers Association guidance. You are also a drama teacher, and it meant that some of your students couldn't actually graduate last year because of the marking boycott. How did that feel?
So 2 things. I think, firstly, the fact that this is coming from UCF, from the Employers Association, is important to note, because this is a concerted strategy to smash the union, to smash staff, our resolve, our morale, and to basically mean that they can do whatever they want to us, impose whatever conditions they want, and we're unable to fight back because they're willing to starve out their staff. Even when we've gone through all of the legal procedures to get a legally binding industrial action mandate, they're willing to starve out their staff in the middle of a cost of living crisis, rather than negotiate with us on pay and conditions and workloads. In terms of students, what I would say is, if I was a student right now at university, I would be livid. I would be so angry, and students should be angry. They're at university at a time when they are facing a cost of living crisis. Universities are not investing in mental health provision, in affordable accommodation for their students, and you're being taught by staff whose pay and conditions are being eroded and have been eroded for 20 years. So your education is suffering as your living circumstances are suffering. We stand with our students, and we want our students to stand with us as well. This is a united fight to save higher education in this country. Students are absolutely a part of that. But if we don't fight, we won't win. So, of course, we want our students to graduate. We want our students to have the best experience. But if we just sit back and let management treat us how they've been treating us, there'll be no future for these students in or outside of university.
Thank you so much, Martin. That was Jaswinder Blackwell-Pal, a drama lecturer who is on strike here at Queen Mary University. Well, Queen Mary says pay here is actually higher than the rest of the sector, and they say that they're also minimise the impact of the strikes on students. But of course, many will have lectures cancelled or changes to their timetable as a result. I've been asking students on campus here this morning what they think about the strikes.
To be honest, they are, for lack of a better word, and kind of being self-centered, they couldn't have come at a worse time. I think if we were already kind of stuck into the course and already had an idea about what's happening, it would have been maybe a better time to do it then. But I mean, the lecturers so far, they've been great, and they've sent like the resources ahead of time. So in terms of my own personal annoyances and grievances, is that if it happened like a month later, it would have been better for me.
They're a bit annoying because you come to learn, you pay. I'm international as well, so I pay $24,000 a year. So it's a bit frustrating that we don't get the full usage of our studies and what we pay. But I understand it because it's for pensions and it's for a good reason. I look into it and it seems valid. It's not like anything that they're just fed up or anything. It's been a long time coming. So I back them. I agree with them. It's fine. Yeah.
Well, Martin, Queen Mary is just one of 52 unis across